Now to our first story. You know, the frightening saga of banditry in our country has refused to go away. Daredevil bandits have struck at the Confluence University of Science and Technology, Okene, in Kogi State. The number of abducted students is yet to be ascertained. Students were said to be preparing for their first semester examinations when the evil men struck. The state government has vowed that the abducted students would be rescued alive, and as the hunt for the kidnappers has begun, we cannot expect anything less. This as one wise man once said, these are times that keep trying men's souls.
Honestly, it's something that gets me worried, you know, seeing the news, students abducted, primary school children, secondary school children. Now, the universities. Where are we going? I don't know. Especially when you look at many of the crises we've had, we have a lot of problems, challenges. But now, invading the university environment, I visited a lot of universities in Nigeria, and there's something that stands out our university system. We always have a gate, always massive, you know.
Mounted?
Yes. I don't know where we copied that idea, but it's part of our system. Always every university, even when they don't have good structures inside, they want to have a massive
the entrance,
to decorate and announce, you know, the magnificence of, but, and you see security, men and women, even if they are not state, you know, employees, but either recruited by the university or the polytechnics, everywhere. So how did it happen? Bandits invade a university, abducted, you know.
And I hear they shot sporadically.
Into the air.
Yeah.
And they still got away, you know, with the crime. They were able to, you know, take people away. It blows my mind because I don't know how this happened. We can hope that the students will be rescued alive, but it is bad enough that it has happened.
Yeah.
It is bad enough. And
more bad when you begin to wonder if this would be the last one.
That is the problem. That's a problem. When you have it now, worse things
are likely
are about to happen again.
Yeah.
And Kogi is a very big state. Unless, you know, prompt, you know, rescue operation, you know, works in this case, Kogi is a very massive state. So where do you start from? Looking for people? Believe me, what's really happening now?
Yeah.
I am confused.
BC, you know, probing what Kunle has just said, you begin to wonder if it is not true, as a criminologist once said, society prepares the crime, the criminal commits it. Does it make sense to you? Society prepares the crime.
I think it does, in the sense that if you look at what happened in Kogi yesterday night, you know that this is not, it shouldn't even come as a shock. Because if you want to look at what has been happening in the past, for more than 6-7 years, we've been recording cases of abductions in secondary schools, in universities, in some parts of the country. What is happening now is that it's just moving to some other parts.
Yeah.
Kogi is in the north central parts of the country.
Not to interrupt what you're saying, I cannot forget, Kunle will not forget that these girls that were abducted,
the Chibok or the...
Chibok happened on April 14, 2014.
2014, well, and after Chibok, we have other series
there have been others,
of adoptions and the rest. And so when you look at it that...
even to primary schools too.
Exactly. And even this same Kogi, we've had cases of abductions in public buses, transportations, and the rest, even this year. So obviously, the criminals are getting more and more emboldened, and you cannot remove what is happening in the society from what we are seeing. It's obvious that these people, these criminals, are not being apprehended as swiftly as probably they should.
Or for that matter, we are not able to call the
or
bluff.
We cannot
call the bluff of the bandits.
No, it's obvious that they are. We are not as powerful, and I use that word very
loosely.
Yeah, as they are, because otherwise you will expect that nobody is saying that criminality can be totally eradicated.
Yeah.
But you expect to see reductions. It can be controlled. You expect to see reduction in cases, but as it were, we are experiencing hike in these criminalities, and it tells you that something is wrong with our system. And let me also add this, that for this to happen in universities is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because universities are supposed to be havens of knowledge, and they are supposed to be peaceful environments. In fact, university students in Nigeria have a lot to contend with. I cover education, and I know a lot about what these students go through. Adding the fear of kidnap, abductions, and the rest to what a Nigerian university student is going through now is making the case worse and worse.
Imagine the drawback on parents.
You send your child to school, you don't even know, you expect a school to be a safe.
Take care of her.
Yes,
yeah.
And you now see this kind of thing. He was talking about mounting of gates and the rest. But it's obvious that the security situation in some of our universities are not as secured as we think they are. Because in this particular case, they actually came in through the forest behind the school. And even some of the students that escaped said that they also hid in the forest to even escape, which shows that if we look at the location of that place, it must have been a place that is the security situation is compromised, and which could have made it possible for these bandits.
What he said earlier on had to do with preempting these things.
Yeah.
We can.
Of course, yes. Yeah. Of course, yes. It's obvious that the security apparatus in this particular place is not up to date, because and I cannot blame them. I am not going to blame that university alone, because I am not sure that the security apparatus in other universities are up to date. Up to date in the sense that you can preempt, you can see, you can monitor, you can actually see what is going on from, on per second basis.
Kule, when the governor says he is going to rescue them alive, you trust that? You trust him?
No, he needs to give hope. And if he said that, I think it's proper to at least give confidence to people who are already traumatized. But look at the timeline of student abductions in Nigeria. We have over 20 times from Yobe, Niger, Borno, Katsina, Kaduna, Zamfara, Kebbi.
Name them.
And that is a part of Nigeria that is far educationally backward, that is dragging Nigeria back in terms of educational development.
Does it bother you?
Nigeria needs to focus on to be able to, come at par with other parts of the country. He says a lot.
Does it bother you sometimes to think, what statement are the bandits trying to make?
Yeah. They are apparently, they are just telling us that they are in charge. you ask if these people will be released alive. I believe so, and I hope so, because I believe that they are going to be released after payment of ransom. And I want to believe that ransom will be paid. They will entreat the governor to pay ransom, because the governor will be desperate to have these students released alive. And if they continue to do this and they get away with it, okay, let's ask ourselves, how many of these people have we brought to book?
Have you arrested first? Each time abductions happen, all of us, including the leaders, we always focus
on how to
get secure.
Have we forgotten?
Immediately we secure the release of these victims. Everybody, you know,
we move on.
It's okay.
Yeah,
now,
gentlemen,
in this age of technology, why has no one? Because you cannot do negotiation about ransom payment without using technology.
Okay then, gentlemen, so many states across the country, including mine, have criminalized banditry. Nobody has. The
problem is not about the laws of Nigeria. Nigeria has enough laws. Implementation. Putting force into the law. You can have laws. Human beings will implement the laws. See,
laws are meant to regulate society.
We are saying, where is our security agencies? For people to sit down, plan, and execute this kind of crimes.
Yeah.
Where is the intelligence community?
From time to time, and getting away with it.
And they are doing it again and again and again and again. It's a blight on our security community, agencies. From the DSS to the police to all of them.
It's putting my country, your country, in a very bad state.
Very bad. And I don't know, maybe Nigeria will need to do a rethink. This probably is a continuation of this so-called Boko Haram thing, that is Western education is haram, because they are waging war on education. Whether you abduct people from the secondary school or you go to the university, you are making a statement.
All right.
Because nobody will be happy to be in a place where it's not safe.